Greetings, Willow here again. Today I'd like to talk about dreams. And the reason I really want to talk about dreams is lately I've been having a lot of vivid dreams. And then I realized, well, it's probably because Mercury's in retrograde. During Mercury retrograde, one of the things that happens is we have very vivid dreams. They can be very interesting, unusual, but it's because it's time to reflect. And so a lot of times our unconscious mind, our guides, the divine source, they all want us to work on ourselves. And how do we do that? Well, sometimes we have to go into the unconscious mind, which is the dream state. And that's one way to do that. So a lot of times we're going to have very vivid dreams. And so I wanted to talk today about why we are having them, which, Mercury retrograde, but we can have them any day of the year. But also how they can help us and how we can use them to our best and highest good. So first off, I'd like to talk about dream interpretation. Sometimes we have symbols, a lot of just symbols in our dream, and it can be very confusing. Well, why did I dream about a bowl of cherries, for instance? That would be something unusual, but there could be a meaning behind it. You have to look at what each thing represents. Last couple of nights, I've had some very strange dreams. I've been dreaming about a baby fawn that I found outside that was injured, and I rescued it, brought it inside, but whoever was living with me took it back outside while I was trying to contact a wildlife person to come and take it, and then almost got eaten by a cougar. It was like all these different weird things. And I started to ask myself, well, what did that mean? Well, I started to realize, I think, that the fawn was like my child self, the innocent part, the part that could easily be hurt. And I was trying to rescue myself. So, but I can get, really in depth in each dream, but that is part of why I wanted to bring this up. I know I'm having vivid dreams. Mercury retrograde can make our dreams crazy. And I thought maybe that might interest you as a topic to discuss. So the one thing I always tell my clients that come to me and want to know, well, what did this dream mean? Help me interpret it. I always tell them, make sure they're writing all these dreams down. You need a dream journal. You need to have some form of recording what the dream was, because sometimes we are getting messages and they don't always come in just one dream. You may have to have several nights of different dreams and put it all together to see the answer of what's trying to be told to you. And our guides can use our dreams to connect with us. Our deceased loved ones can come through to connect with us that way. Our unconscious mind can help us work through problems and issues and stress that way. So there's multiple reasons why we have dreams in the first place. So I always ask my client, well, what was the emotion you felt? Were you afraid? Were you happy? Were you content? Were you angry? What was the emotion? Emotions are very important because that's something that you are working through. So write down what the emotion was. That's important. The next thing you want to do is write down any symbolic things, like the fawn. I wrote that down. I wrote down the cougar, and I wrote down, how I was feeling. Also, what was the environment like? Was it recognizable? Did it feel like you've been there before? Was it someplace completely different that you've never been before? There are multiple things that you need to write down. So you want to know the emotion, the symbols, your environment. You want to also, if anybody says any words, that's important. If you see numbers, write those down. But there's reasons why we have dreams. Now, if you dream that you're pregnant, it doesn't always mean that you're pregnant. It might mean that you're pregnant with an idea that you're going to give birth to something brand new and exciting. And if you're worried about the pregnancy, maybe you're worried about the brand new thing that you are trying to create. So there's symbols. So don't freak out if you have a dream that you're pregnant, if you don't want to be pregnant. Don't freak out if you have weird dreams. They really are just trying to help you through different things that you're going through. It is your unconscious mind, the spirit guides, the divine source, all that are trying to help us. So it is important for us to dream. So the dream journal idea is great, but it's really important that you record it in some way. So if you have a digital recorder, if you can record on your phone, it may be faster so you don't forget anything. I always say you've got to record it, write it down, record it before you step out of bed, because you will forget exactly what was going on in the dream. Sometimes you may be facing a fear. I've had dreams where I was having spiders on me, but it didn't freak me out. I'm like, oh, aren't they cute? And I'm playing with them, and I hate spiders. I don't hate them. I know they're for a good purpose, and I don't kill them, but I would not be playing with them. And they were crawling on me, and it didn't bother me. And it was like, oh, you're facing a fear. The fear of weaving the web of life, maybe. But, you know, spiders are very symbolic in themselves. But there are multiple things that you need to take a look at. Now, there's a lot of dream book and dream interpretation books you can buy, but you can also find a lot of interpretations just on Google. So I tend to Google a lot of things. I don't think I have, I may have in my library of books, but I've not really pulled one out recently to interpret dreams. It's just so fast anymore to just Google, I dreamt of a fish. What does this mean? Easier than it is to get the books out anymore, unfortunately. But those are important things. So it is important that we are doing that. We are, you know, writing them down and keeping track of them. And we need to journal them in case messages are coming in multiple dreams. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. So if you're having strange dreams, don't worry about it. If you are wondering what your dreams mean, start to do some research and make sure you're keeping notes, because we don't want you to miss any of the messages that are being given to you. I always tell everybody, make sure that you quiet your mind, and if you are thinking about, you know, should I do this, shouldn't I do that, that you pay attention to the signs, because your guides will show you. But what if they're showing you in a dream and you're not paying attention? So that's why it's important for us to pay attention to our dreams. So I hope that you're having beautiful dreams. I hope that you can see your future and it's a wonderful place. But if you travel in dreams to different dimensions, keep track of it, because we are multidimensional beings having a human experience. And when I say we're multidimensional, we can be in multi-dimensions. So we don't have to just be in the Earth third dimension plane. We can be in the fourth, the fifth. We can be in many of them. We could be on a different planet. For all we know, we don't know. Because our spirit is so large that we can be everywhere. And we're just choosing this time to be in this body. Just this piece of our spirit is here. And so it is important that we are paying attention to what our spirit guides are trying to tell us, what our dreams are trying to tell us. Did you get a visit maybe from a deceased loved one in a dream? Don't think that the old adage, well, if you dream of the dead, you hear from the living. Yeah, that's great. But generally, if you have a dream of a deceased loved one, they're trying to connect with you. What was going on? Were you having a conversation with them? Were they just standing there smiling at you, reassuring you that they're okay? But there are multiple reasons why we have dreams. And I think it's very important that you are keeping track of them, journaling them, recording them, and trying to figure out what they mean. Because in a way, a dream is just another form of meditating. It's just our unconscious mind coming to the forefront to help us work through things. And I think it's really important that we do that. So the other thing I want to talk about today is I am starting to offer to teach spiritual classes, but it's going to be on one-on-one basis. Students will contact me and will set up their own curriculum of what they want to learn. We are going to be making these customized per student, and you can do a class as often as you want. I'm going to be offering 1 hour sessions, an hour and a half or 2 hour sessions per class, per person. They will all be private. You will not be sharing that class time with anyone else. It'll be one-on-one time with me. And I'm going to cover all kinds of topics, everything from divination, learning how to read tarot, talking about Reiki, understanding Reiki energy, healing energy, shamanic healing, energy work in general. We can just go into many things from meditation to mediumship, how to channel, how to clear yourself, your surroundings, how to balance your chakras. Whatever you want to learn, I am going to be teaching. So I wanted to bring that up to everybody so that if you are interested in that, I'll have that link below. You can contact me through my website, through my email, text me, and we can discuss doing those classes for you. I think it's very important. I know a lot of people seek out a teacher and they're very hard to find. A lot of people aren't teaching anymore. And I felt that this would be a way that you choose how often you want to learn something new. We could go over the tarot and you might just do, once a week, a tarot session for an hour, just to learn how to read the tarot for yourself. You might want to learn how to work with a pendulum, but you can go through any type of topic. We'll discuss that to create your own curriculum. I do have someone already signing up. They're going to be reaching out to me every other week. I can do in person and I can do FaceTime. Those will be the 2 ways that I can teach the classes. So if you're interested in something like that, of course, reach me through my website, willowleymashot.com. And you'll find all my contact information there. And don't forget, you can follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. And if you want a personal reading, I'm available still for those as well. Right now, it's our slower time, so I don't go out as often to Jackson Square. There's not as many tourists here, and the weather is really hot. So I do more work from the home. I'm still working on my craft projects of creating my altar dolls. I'll have to bring those out. Maybe I'll post a photo of those here in this video as well, so you can see that. But that's what I'm up to. I was hoping to reach out because I know my dreams are crazy, and I thought maybe you're having crazy dreams too. But I also wanted to tell you about the classes that I'm now offering. So I hope that today is a wonderful day for you. I hope that you're having beautiful dreams. If you do have questions about dreams, seek out first interpretations just research on Google and, dream interpretation. If you still have questions, you can reach out to me and I'll try to find some information for you. But I think our dreams are very important, and so is your future. So maybe your dreams can all come true if they're good ones. So until next time, be blessed.